Welcome back, everybody. Fox Body Garage. The build continues. Rebuild 302 HO motor. Basic rebuild. I cleaned up all the pistons, all the ring lands, all that beautiful stuff. Can't believe how beautiful that stuff came out. I used the product, and this is not sponsored, but I got to tell you, this product works like no other. And I built quite a few motors, and this was the most efficient stuff ever. Let me show you what it is. This stuff right here, all I did was put the pistons in a container, dropped them in, left them overnight, came off, blew them off, scuffed them with a Scotch-Brite real quick, and that's the end results. Unbelievable product. I would definitely recommend. Better than carb cleaner, brake cleaner, all that nonsense. Anyway, that's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is Fox Body Garage is now assembling the motor. I cleaned the motor, as you guys seen in previous videos. I also did the Dinkleberry hone for the cylinders. I'll show you guys that. Right here's the Dinkleberry hone on a drill. Basically, you just put it in here and you go wah, 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 and you count how many times and you do it to all of them. And they all cleaned up, beautiful, the crosshatch. I'm very happy how this motor came apart. That's why I didn't bore it. And that's why I didn't have to buy pistons. So the rebuild is looking very nice. And here's the other side. They came out flawless. I'm very, very happy with the bores. I cleaned the crankshaft, the same thing with the ZEP. I let it sit overnight. I got the rifle brushes, stuck it in the hole, blew air out, pressure washed it, cleaned it. Then I cleaned it again with brake cleaner. Then I cleaned it again with WD-40, and I cleaned it, and I kept cleaning it, because you can never get the motor clean enough. The cleaner the engine build, the longer the engine will live. From my experience, and like I said, I'll say it again, I built quite a few of these motors, and I've had no comebacks. Let's pray this ain't the start, okay? Let's not jinx it, but let's make sure this ain't the first one. But, okay, now, we're gonna do, even though this crank, rods, pistons all came out of this block, this engine, and it was running, I did buy new bearings right here. Where's the box for them? Where'd they go? Where'd that box go? Here's the box. Okay, I bought new bearings. I bought new rings, which they're file fit, so I'm gonna have to fit them to size. And I bought new rod bearings. This, rod bearings, piston rings, which they're an oddball size. They're 1.5 millimeter, 1.5 millimeter by 4 millimeter. Very expensive, like $160, $150. I bought a new Melling oil pump shaft, just in case we don't want to twist. And these are the main bearings, okay? And also I purchased a brand new oil pump, and as you can see, I got rings and bearings and piston rings for the 351 rebuild. I got one gasket set for one engine and one gasket set for the other engine. So to rebuild both these engines, the 302 and the 351, doing it myself, okay? I'm right at like $450 for one rebuild, engine bearings and rings, and $390 for the other. I had the receipt. I don't know what I did with it. I try to hide those, you know. I don't want to let the wife see it. Just kidding, just kidding. Anyway, back to, I'm getting off course here. So that's what's going on today at Fox Body Garage. I just put all the bearings in, okay? The bearing with no hole goes on the cap. The bearing with no hole goes on the cap. There's a tang. I mean, it's really self-explanatory. There's a tang over here that you put the bearing on. I'll take one apart real quick. You see the tang right here? And there's a tang on the bearing. So you can't really put them in backwards. If you do, you shouldn't even be nowhere near an engine. But that's just my 2 cents. Anyway. And also, the lower halves of the bearing that go in the block, they have a groove in it so the oil could come through the block into the bearing and lubricate the crankshaft. Anyway, that's how that goes, okay? I put some plastic gauge on every journal, and now I'm going to put the caps on, torque it down, and we're going to see how many thousandths there are bearing clearance. 0.5, 1,000. We're looking for 2 would be great. 1.5 I've seen with the plastic gauge, and motors run perfect and live. I mean, the plastic gauge is not precise like micrometers. If I plastic gauge these and I don't like the way it looks, like if the strip is not uniformed and the crush is not, I've done enough of these to tell if the plastic gauge looks the way I need it to look, I don't need to break. But if I get any doubt, then I'll break out the micrometers and we'll measure them, you know, with the micrometer and the dial ball gauge. So that's what we're up against. Stay tuned for an update. I'm gonna get to work and hopefully I can get the results I'm looking for with the plastic gauge and we can move on with the build. So that's it for today, folks. Hope everybody's staying safe. This coronavirus is getting crazy. I took vacation this week off my job. I am an essential worker. I'm an elevator mechanic by trade. So I took a vacation week just so I could spend some time with the family. So without further ado, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification for all updated videos and upcoming updates. Have a nice day, stay well, stay safe, and have a good tomorrow. Peace.